What's up, YouTube? This is Nathendo145, and I'm going to talk about 20 games. If I could only play 20 games for the rest of my life, what would they be? So I'm going to show you them by consoles. So I'm going to go from the DS, Xbox 360, and so forth. And I'm just going to talk about the games separately by consoles. So let's start with the Nintendo DS, of course, and I'm going by alphabetical order in terms of game for the system. So first off, Asphalt 2 Urban GT. So let me zoom in just a bit. So this game is really cool, and because of this game, I actually learned a new song, or I learned about a new song, or I learned about a song for the first time. The song is called Lift Me Up by Moby, and that's the song that plays on the main menu when you start up the game. And I really like the original song. It's actually really cool. And to have a DS game have a real song as the menu music on the DS, with the DS being a limited pixelated system, is pretty strange, but it works, and it actually doesn't sound bad. Later in the DS's lifespan, it made sense because the DSi had hit and it had a music app, and the DSi had a little bit better processing graphics. But the game itself is really cool. I mean, it's just your generic racing game with the standard cars from existing companies, but it's still a good game because that's all that I really love with, and all I really love and expect from these games anyways. So I really enjoy this. And these games are not listed by ranked, by the way. They're just listed by console and by alphabetical order in terms of what console they're on. Next is The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. I actually really do enjoy this Zelda game, even over the Wii Zelda games, even over the Wii ones. Zelda Phantom Hourglass is more interesting, and I'm very happy that I finally have it. I've been waiting for it for a long time, and it turns out that I actually do like it. It's pretty fun. It's basically, I really like the touchscreen controls. I decided to get this, and it takes the style from Wind Waker, but as you can see with Toon Link here, as he's called, and now I know why he's called that. I know why they call him that in Smash Brothers. But I do like this game, and I decided to pick this over Spirit Tracks because Spirit Tracks was more expensive, especially getting it complete. So I just decided to get this because it wasn't as expensive, even though the price is a bit higher than other DS games I bought, especially first-party Nintendo games. So, but it makes sense because this is a Zelda game, and the Zelda games do maintain their value because they're such good games, and there's higher demand for those than Mario Kart or New Super Mario Bros, let's say. And almost everybody has New Super Mario Bros if they own a DS because it's the best-selling DS game of all time. But I really do enjoy this game. A good mainline Zelda game for the DS, so I really do enjoy playing it. Next up is Need for Speed Carbon. Need for Speed Carbon is a really fun racing game. I would probably say it's better. It's definitely better than Asphalt on the DS that I have here. Need for Speed Carbon is a really cool game. I actually showed this to a friend at school, and they really liked it. They saw me playing it, and they found it interesting. And it's a really cool turn on the Need for Speed series, or it's a really cool game in the Need for Speed series that I do love coming back to. I'd probably say this is my most favorite Need for Speed game. And ever since I bought this game, I started playing handheld games more frequently. I bought this 2 months ago, and I haven't been doing handheld gaming as much as I do home console gaming, of course. But now I actually am doing a bit more handheld gaming than I was in the past. And I have a bigger passion for handheld gaming now, especially since I'm getting handheld games that actually do, that I actually do enjoy and put a lot of time into. And even for the 3DS, I actually ordered two handheld games, which I'm expecting to come in the mail soon, and I'll be doing what did I get videos on those. So stay tuned for those. but that kind of spoils it for you there. But Need for Speed Carbon is a really fun racing game. I mean, it's basically just a racing game, so there isn't really much that needs to be said. So I'd pick it up because it is pretty fun. And then the last game I have here for the DS is Tetris Party Deluxe. This is basically a sequel, I would say, to Tetris Party. Originally, it was a WiiWare title. I'm not sure if it was DSiWare as well, but a WiiWare title definitely, and only available through WiiWare, so there was no physical release of the game. And then 2 years later, or a year and a half later, this game actually got a physical copy release and deluxe, which makes it better. So this is a cool Tetris game. I mean, it's a basic Tetris game, but I do really like that. I did get another Tetris game recently for the Xbox that I'll talk about later, and to spoil that for you, sorry about that, but you won't know if you're not watching this video, but you are, of course. But one of the games I ordered is a Tetris game on the 3DS, but I'm not going to say what it fully is. It'll be unveiled once the video is up, so stay tuned. Tetris Party Deluxe is pretty fun. I like having a Tetris game on the DS. Tetris DS, which is probably a more well-known Tetris game on the DS, since this game I think was also released on the Wii. Yeah, it was. Tetris DS was a little bit more harder for me to find. I'm not saying that it's rare by any sorts, but it's one of the more slightly more valuable games than this, especially. This one I actually found for pretty cheap, so I just decided to pick it up because it looked fun, and it is fun. So I do enjoy this, but there's another Tetris game I enjoy better, which I'll talk about later, and it is one of the 20 games. But now we're on to the next console, the Xbox 360. So, first off here, Forza Motorsport 3. Let me zoom out just a bit. So, Forza Motorsport 3, I have the Platinum Hits here, the Ultimate Collection here with the Top Gear stuff. So, at some point, I would like to get the original release from 2009. But either way, the game itself is pretty fun. It's, again, your average racing game, but it's made by Microsoft, so it's exclusive to the Xbox. The entire Forza series is exclusive to the Xbox, to every Xbox out there. And I do like this one. I definitely find it better than Forza Motorsport 2, which was honestly a bit more trickier to control properly. This one seems a lot easier to control. Maybe that's just me, so, but still, I find it easier to control. So, and of course it has, with it being a sequel, it introduces new things, but I don't really know that to list that right now, or any differences off the top of my head, since it's been a while since I've played Forza Motorsport 2, so, but I really like I really like the way these games are just in general, with all the different vehicles, and the fact you can choose your colors and such for the vehicles, and all the car companies, as you can see, such as Volvo, Nissan, Audi, I think you pronounce it, and all that stuff, and all these games in this specific genre of racing games. I really love that better than like Mario Kart, which I've been playing for years, of course, but I still do enjoy those games, but I probably enjoy these games better. Then next up is, of course, the best-selling game of all time, Minecraft. But of course, this is an older version because I'm playing it on the Xbox. So I'm playing an older version of Minecraft, but I don't mind that because I like reliving nostalgia of Minecraft, even though it's not exactly the type of Minecraft that I experienced when I played it as the Pocket Edition. But either way, I still love going to the older days of Minecraft with the older dress suits of the villagers, the older villager houses. I really love that stuff. And I have my own Minecraft worlds that I even made, where like I put together village houses. I built village houses, and and I also started a new Minecraft world where I built 8-bit figures from the NES games. So far I've only done Mario. Today I actually built Super Mario, um, from the Super Mushroom, of course. I've already built regular Mario. Now I've built bigger Mario, so that was pretty cool. It was more of a challenge, but I could do it. I did do it. But there isn't really much that needs to be said about this game. Next up is another Need for Speed title, Need for Speed Undercover, which I do really enjoy. Need for Speed Undercover, there's some cool cop chases that I don't really have any recall or recollection of seeing that in other Need for Speed games of like cop chases. I really love going to those, or I really love starting those and getting away from the cops. I've never been caught by them in the game, but of course, with it being a game, that does not mean you should do that stuff in the real world. And that comes from somebody who soon will be taking their driving lessons, because now I'm 16, because I have my permit and I can start taking driving lessons. So I'm excited for that. Then I'll be able to get my own car eventually, which I'm really excited for. But again, there isn't too much that needs to be said that hasn't already been said from me talking about other racing games. So I'll get to my next game, which is that other Tetris game I was talking about, Tetris Evolution, which I definitely find it better than Tetris Party Deluxe. And Tetris Evolution, this is my first time playing Tetris on a home console, and I do enjoy it because they actually have some cool backgrounds. Like when I saw the back description of this game, it just looked fun. I really loved all the different backgrounds. I actually have not played this one yet, and I've not used this background before, and I would love to. It looks well. Today I actually played with this palm tree background, and I would love to play with this background because it looks a lot cooler, and it's a highway kind of at night, and I really do like the aesthetic of those things. So Tetris Evolution is just your basic Tetris game, but it does have some turns on it that make it exceptional to me. So that's why I really love it. So I'd pick it up if you can find it. It's pretty cheap, so hopefully you can find it on eBay. And then the last Xbox game that I have here is Xbox Live Arcade. Pretty much, I'm gonna say this, I actually only play one of the games on here pretty much, and that is Pac-Man Championship Edition over here. It's pretty fun though. You have to finish it, you have to find out, or you have to know how much you can do in a certain amount of time. You just play until the time limit runs out, and every time you eat the fruit, more of the pellets appear on the screen, or the stuff that Pac-Man eats, they appear on the screen every time you eat the fruit. So otherwise it is Pac-Man, and it works the same with eating the monsters and such, but it is a really cool turn on the Pac-Man series. Next up, we have PS3 games, and I only have 2 of them to say here. First up is another racing game, Gran Turismo 5, the XL Edition. What I really like about this racing game, however, is the fact that there's actually different locations for the arcade racing, or the time trials, that I really do enjoy them. So I really do like using the night stage primarily because it looks cool. The night city, it really looks really cool. And there's actually different vehicles from certain years, which I find pretty interesting. There's more of those, and you can't choose your colors. But I really like one of the vehicles from 2011. I think it's called a Jeff Gordon or something. I forget the full name of it, but I really love coming back to this game. The laps can feel a little long at sometimes, but I don't really care. Next up, a game that I haven't played too much of, but I'm learning more of how to play, Spider-Man 3. I'm becoming more of a big fan of the Spider-Man series now, especially with Spider-Man 3. I just really like like how the aesthetic of it is, and by looking at like the poster for the movie, it looked really cool. So I also decided to get this game. And when I got the DVD, it was actually sealed, and so was this game. You can check out the unboxing video for that. I have it up. But this is a really cool game, and I really do like the graphics. I decided to particularly get it on the PS3 because it blends in with the old PS3 logo here with the Spider-Man font. And they're both made by Sony. But otherwise, there isn't much that needs to be said. Next is the Wii. I have 5 games to talk about. The most here, actually no, I have 5 games to talk about on the Wii, and I had 5 games that I've talked about on the Xbox, so this is not the most, but first up is Donkey Kong Country Returns. I haven't played too much of Tropical Freeze, even though I got that yesterday, but I know I like Donkey Kong Country Returns, or I know Donkey Kong Country Returns enough to like it. It's a really cool Donkey Kong Country game. I really enjoy playing it, and I do like the motion control stuff. And just beating the levels is fun. There's some challenges, but it's fun to get through them. So I'd pick it up. It's one of the most underrated games on the Wii. Next is Kirby's Dream Collection. I only have the disc here. Like I only have this. I don't have the big box, unfortunately, but it doesn't really matter because I do like having all 6 Kirby games on here: Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby's Adventure, Kirby's Dream Land 2, Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Land 3, and Kirby 64: The Crystal Shards. I liked playing these games. 4 out of 2 of them you could have bought on the Wii Shop channel, but I like having this since you can no longer buy games on the Wii Shop channel, and I only have certain Virtual Console games on my Wii U. I like having this as another source of Virtual Console games or older Nintendo games, especially the Game Boy games on here, since you could not buy those on the Wii Shop channel. But I like having this as like another source of old Nintendo games. It's an actual disc. And it's similar to the idea of what Super Mario All-Stars did for Mario's 25th anniversary. Even though it's just Mario All-Stars on the Super Nintendo, I still like the idea. But it is really fun to play and really nostalgic if you like old Kirby games and old Nintendo games in general. Next up is one of the best-selling Wii games of all time, the second best, Mario Kart Wii, and at this point, I have to say that it's my favorite Mario Kart game of all time. I do like the Wii Wheel, the idea that Mario Kart implemented motion controls with the Wii Wheel and such, which the Wii is kind of the king of that kind of gimmick, but that's a really cool thing. And I do like the stages that it has on here. Coconut Mall, Maple Treeway, Toad Factory, just a ton of fun stages to play, and a lot of fun that comes out of this game. So, yeah. Then, at this point, this is probably my favorite Wii game of all time, or my favorite Nintendo one anyways, but still my favorite Wii game of all time, probably at this point. New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I just really enjoyed going through this game entirely. I really love playing it. It's fun to come back to every once in a while. It's my favorite Wii game of all time, especially with it being Mario. And I really like the 4-player action. There isn't really the 4 multiplayer action, so there isn't really much that needs to be said that already has been said in previous videos that I've talked about this game. But I have nothing to say about it because I've played this to death and it is amazing. And I really love the red design that is in this game. I just love it. And red is my favorite color. And half the reason could probably be because of this game, because I've had like a huge passion for this game. And then the last Wii game here is WarioWare Smooth Moves, another Wii game that I put a lot of hours into. I really love the mini games. I can't even wait to get WarioWare Touched on the DS and see what the DS does to revolutionize or change up the gameplay style of the WarioWare series. I can't even wait to get that game because I have enjoyed the Wii game. I think I'll enjoy the DS one. So I'm excited to get that. But WarioWare Smooth Moves, I do love like the style of all the mini games and the way that like the Wii remote has like the motion controls and how they work with some of the mini games, with some of the micro games, as this says. But it's a really fun game. I really enjoy it. I'd pick it up. And then next, we have the 3DS. I only have 2 games for that to talk about. First up, Asphalt 3D. I really do love this game. I love having a racing game on the 3DS. This is probably definitely better to me than that Hot Wheels game that I tried. I haven't been playing that much, so I just decided to get this. And also, for the cover, it just looked cool. From the cover, it looked cool, so I decided to get it because, well, first of all, not just judging by the cover, but the game itself is cool. I don't need to even judge by the cover because it was a fun experience at all, and I am very lucky to have it. And that is like the 3DS game that I put most of my time into. Now I play 3DS games a lot more than I used to because I didn't really play a lot of 3DS over the past year. I haven't played a lot of 3DS in late 2024 until I got this game, which this is probably the reason why I play my 3DS a lot more. But I really love this game. Then I have Ultimate NES Remix. I really love this. I really love like the challenges and like the edits that are put into these NES games. I really enjoy like the originating games from Nintendo characters, from Mario, Zelda, Kirby, Donkey Kong. I really love like the challenges that Nintendo put in, similar to like how Mario Maker works. Like you can edit your own stuff in Mario levels. And yeah, so I really like it. There's some Donkey Kong challenges I've played, Mario Bros challenges I played. Even Mario the Lost Levels is on this, which is really cool. Kirby's Adventure, The Legend of Zelda, all that stuff that I really enjoy playing. Even Metroid, Excite Bike, all that stuff. All that NES jazz is in this game, and I really do love it. I'd pick it up. Unfortunately, it does not play in 3D, which is unfortunate, but I don't really mind that. But most people don't like it, so I don't need to say that. Then last, I have 2 games for the Wii U. And those are Super Mario Maker, of course. I really love making my own stages, and I've had a lot of fun with it. I actually played that game a lot over this week. I've been playing it a lot because I love making my own stages. I think it's really cool, like what you can do, and there's even like elements that exist that have not existed in other Mario games, such as Super Mario Bros. Did not have the ghost house or the airship. And yeah, I like that stuff. I've been using the Super Mario Bros. Visual style a lot. I would really love to see. It's a shame that there isn't Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, but I get that one is similar to the first one, but there's some minor sprite changes, but I would still love to see that, like the Super Mushroom and the ground blocks. But otherwise, I would have loved to see for the 2D Mario games anyways, new Super Mario Bros. On the DS. Maybe New Super Mario Bros. 2 would have worked, but I get New Super Mario Bros. U is already in there, so probably makes sense for those games not to. And plus, New Super Mario Bros. is a good enough game on the Wii U. So, yeah. But I still love playing this game. The game also comes with an idea booklet, which I like going through. But otherwise, I don't think there is much else that needs to be said about this. It's really fun if you like making your own Mario stages. And then the last game I have to talk about here is Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. I'm glad I finally have all 6 Smash Brothers games now. I'm a huge fan of the Super Smash Brothers franchise. And Super Smash Bros. For Wii U is the first game to implement 8 players. and it's really cool. And you can even use your 3DS as a controller in battle for the Wii U, which is really cool. Very clever of Nintendo. Um, and this game has a lot of fighters. Mario, Link, Kirby, Donkey Kong, Samus, Pikachu, Peach, um, Marth, Falco, Greninja, and a few other characters that make their first appearance in that game, such as Mega Man, um, and all that. There's even Sonic, and I do love playing as Sonic. I love playing as, like, I'm not sticking to one character, but the character I seem to be good with a lot because I play with him a lot is, of course, Mario. I do play with him a lot, and I'm very good with him. But I do play as other characters too. So I really do enjoy playing this game. I like it better than the 3DS game, definitely. Yeah, there isn't really much that needs to be said. And I'm thinking about getting the Amiibo figures at some point. And it's also 10 years from this game, pretty much. So happy 10th anniversary, happy past 10th anniversary. But this game was like one of the, probably the best selling, or the best Super Smash Brothers game before Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. But I really love this game, so. And I would love to get the Amiibo for it, and I'd like to get it sealed so that I can get the experience of doing that. So, yeah. And then when I'm older and I take collecting even more seriously, I'll probably get ones just to have sealed. Because I'm not really into that stage yet where I like keep copies of games to keep sealed just yet, or figurines. But when I'm older, I'll probably get into that when I have a lot more money. But it depends, because you're just keeping a game as a long-term investment to keep sealed. So in the beginning, I might not do that. So, but if I buy the Amiibo, I'm probably gonna buy it sealed and then open it. So, but then I won't get separate open ones or separate sealed ones until I'm much older. But anyways, that's all the 20 games that I would play. If I had to play 20 games for my entire life. Thank you for watching this video, and follow me on Instagram as always. Have a good day.